Hi, welcome to a recap on graphing inequalities. We use this table in class to determine when an inequality is true and when it is false. For each one of the values on the left, we multiplied it by a positive 5 to see if our product was less than or equal to a positive 10. Any inequalities that were true were given the true shading, and when we got down to m is equal to positive 3, 5 times 3 is 15, and 15 is not less than or equal to 10. So 3, 4, and 5 are false. On a number line, we showed our inequality to be at 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so forth. We did not use any of the numbers to the right of 2. When we looked at our inequality a plus 2 is greater than 0, we did the same thing. We took each of the values on the left, plugged it into a to see if our answer was true for the inequality. If for values negative 5, we had negative 5 plus 2, which was an answer of negative 3, and that is not greater than 0. So all the way up into negative 1, our answers were false. Once we got to negative 1, our inequality became true. When we represented that on the number line, we started at negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and got bigger. So then we answered a few questions. What happens if we used 1.5 for 5m is less than or equal to 10? We noticed that our answer would be true. 1.25 was also true. We concluded that all the fractions and decimals between 1 and 2 could also be true. In order to show that, we decided to bold the line between 1 and 2, or to shade in all that information. We then thought about what would happen if I picked a number between 0 and 1. Would all those fractions be true? And we decided it was yes. We could then make our shading of our answer all the numbers from a positive 2 and anything to the left. We're going to use a closed circle because we can include the number 2. Whereas, and then we decided that we use 2 because that's the value that makes it true. You actually have these notes on your true or not true worksheet that you can fill in. Please feel free to pause if you need more time. If we look back at the inequality of a plus 2 is greater than 0, we looked at the numbers between 1 and 2 and 1.5. Would that be true? Yes, it would. What about 1.25? It would also be true. So we concluded that any number between 1 and 2 would work. Since both 1 and 2 work, the numbers between them will work as well. To put that on the number line, we'd color in between 1 and 2. We decided that any numbers between 2 correct answers could also be shaded. We changed our number line to have an open circle at negative 2, and we shaded to the right. We are using an open circle at negative 2 because we cannot include negative 2, because we cannot have the answer equaling 0. Any answer we get on the left side must be greater than 0. That is all for your video. If you have further questions, please feel free to bring them to class.